This podcast is powered by monkeyknifefight.com.
Running that intro thing. We got the heart to start on this one. Hey!
We make plays every day.
Every day.
Yeah. We make plays every day. Yeah. We make plays every day.
Woo!
We make plays every day. Yeah. We make plays.
If you ain't trading, you ain't trying.
We make plays every day. Yeah. We make
Have your
plays
people
every
call my
day, yeah.
people.
We make plays every day. Yeah.
Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogart Sky Free. And check this out, Playmakers. We got a very special guest making his solo debut, representing the Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast. It's my brother from another, the fella, Heart2Start Kev. What's happening?
Bogart Scott Free, you already know, man. Heart2Start Kev here. Hey, whenever I hear your intro when I'm on the show, because you know this is the second time I've been on with you. When I hear you and I can't hear the music, bro, I'm sitting there like I can hear the music. Hey, when you say I'm coming on the show, an hour before in my head, I'm already, we make plays every day. I'm singing it in my head.
Bro, because ain't that the truth? Every day.
I swear that motherfucker catching it in motherfucker.
We making plays every day, bro. Hey, well, check this out. We're doing what we do. You know what I'm saying? It's the Week 7 preview minus the Thursday Nighter. We will quickly recap said Thursday Nighter. It's kind of sad because I was watching the Thursday Nighter just overindulging. And so I'll recap it to the best of my ability. You know what I mean? But
it started off boring. Let's just say
it started off ugly. Yes.
It started off real boring.
But this is what we're finna do. We're gonna recap that thing real quick. We're gonna go through every game all the way through the Sunday slate, through the Sunday Nighter, all the way up to Monday Night Football. We're gonna talk unders, overs, Vegas spreads, everything fantasy up the wazoo for each game, slash start sits, all the shit. Before we get to all that, we're going to go ahead and handle some quick housekeeping. Go ahead and follow me at the GMM Network on both IG and Twitter. Go ahead and subscribe to the GMM Network on YouTube. Also, subscribe to the Big Brother channel. You know what I'm saying? The Rum Boys Fantasy Network. That's where you're going to find me and the rest of the pirate gang. You know what I'm saying? We just dropping isms every single day. You know what I mean? Be sure to subscribe to both these channels. Also, when you know what I'm saying, when you want to get more isms from the Rum Boys Fantasy Network, go ahead and visit rumboys.com. It's where you're going to find all our latest and greatest articles from all our innovative sports journalists. Shout out to all our writers. Bro, they killing it. Like it's kind of amazing that like we're expanding our horizon and people are tuning in on every aspect. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Miles Peacock. That motherfucker is just killing shit right now. He's like one of the key cogs in the well-oiled machine that is known as the Pirate Gang. Also, shout out to our sponsor Milk and Honey TX. For all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness, visit milkandhoneytx.com. There is no promo code for that, but tell them Bogey sent you. You know what I mean? Because everything's already for the low. Also, man, you heard it, Playmakers, at the beginning of this podcast. This joint is powered by monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code GMM. We'll match your first deposit all the way up to $50. If you fucking with us on all our live streams, over there on the Rum Boys Fantasy Network, we are killing it on the less or more. We killed it again tonight. Won a few dollars myself. I don't like to brag about shit like that because the fantasy gods don't like arrogance. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying now. monkeyknifefight.com. Use promo code GMM. Match your first deposit all the way up to $50. Hey, Heart2Start Kev. Let them know where they can find all the isms.
Oh, man, you can find me and the homies, man, all three of us over at the Heart2Start podcast page on Instagram. It's at Heart2Start FF Podcast. And then definitely just go over to YouTube and type in that Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast, and our whole channel will pop up, man. You know, pretty simple.
Yeah, literally, Playmakers, if you type in heart and then the number 2, it pops up. It's
Most of the time, I've tried it on different phones. It gets tricky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It depends on what you normally search for type stuff. You know what I mean? It kind of matches your interest.
If I search Bogard, if I put Bogard, then S, like most of the time I'll pop up. But then sometimes I gotta go SC. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I do agree with you. Sometimes they be fucking us. You know what though? YouTube, give us money. You know what I mean?
Give it to us, man. Hey, definitely, man. I heard you say something on the intro, man, talking about y'all killing it with the Rum Boys, man, with all y'all. Hey, look, I don't even watch the fantasy shows on the big networks on Sunday mornings, you know what I mean, on Friday nights when I'm breezing through. I'm checking out all the Rum Boy stuff, you know what I mean? The Sunday morning, definitely that y'all interactive on there. You can pop your Heart2Starts on there, talk some shit, man. I have a good time watching that for sure.
I appreciate that, man, because, bro, like, you know, I like to believe that Heart2Start, you know, GMM, you know, Rum Boys, you know, Bears, Brews, and the Bros, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers like us, we're not like the rest of them. You know what I mean? Like, we're not like the rest of them. It really, like you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers identify, you know what I mean? And, you know, it's from the ground up. We moving slowly but surely. And, bro, that's all that really matters. I'm about that. Give me the slow nickel. Fuck the fast quarter. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'll take it.
Slow money's for show money.
You ain't lying, bro. Okay, so let's just really quick recap this Thursday nighter.
Man.
Well, what's some takeaways you
got? That motherfucker wins, bro. I got, it's a couple matchups in some leagues that I'm watching. You know what I mean? One of them being Kurt. Shout out to the other guy, man. You know, he whooped me last week. He was on his high horse, so I'm definitely seeing how his team shows up this weekend. And he's playing against Wentz and Scott. And I put Scott in a couple leagues. I had a Heart2Start him in a couple leagues.
Me too, bro.
I put him over Slayton. Another league, I didn't have a choice. But you know,
that touchdown saved him.
Until the end of the game, it was looking ugly, man. Wentz came through and threw for over 350 if you get those bonus points plus those rushing yards. He threw for 359, 2 touchdowns and a pick. You know, ran for a touchdown.
Yep.
You know what I mean? The big play with Scott. So they definitely came through for fantasy owners, especially if you had to play them with a bye.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. If all right, this is gonna sound crazy right here. I put Wentz, as far as fantasy goes, I put Wentz in the same category as Kyler Murray. You know why? Because if you're not watching the games and you just look at the fantasy production, you're not mad. If you're watching the games, you're like, what in the fuck? And I say that for Kyler Murray too because, bro, like, come on, 9 completions on a Monday night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's like we're really, like, banking on, like, bro, name value has shit to do with this year. You know what I mean? And Carson Wentz dropped out of name value last year. But if you're watching the game, it's real ugly. But he's producing. So, like, you really can't be upset. It's fantasy.
Bro, it's crazy because just watching that game and, you know, being in a couple group chats, people blame Wentz. But, man, that dude was running for his life.
He's a bowler.
He was running for his life every time he snapped the ball. That O-line is shit. You know what I mean?
Well, what O-line?
Went out during the game.
What O-line?
Man, bro, like, and then just to think, you know, he's gonna get Alshon back. He's gonna get Rieger. You know, what's the kid's name?
He'll get Goddard. He'll get Rieger.
Goddard back. You know what I mean? So Fulgham looking nice. So
yeah, Mutter Fulgham.
All right.
Yeah, that Mutter Fulgram's what I call him.
Yeah, Philly, they always play. They always make it hard for themselves. They got some tough games coming out, but I think they can win that division for sure.
You know what? I tend to agree with you, especially the fact that they won tonight. puts them at the, what is that? Puts them at
2.
Two
They got
and
2
one,
wins.
2.5. Yeah,
Yep.
2.5, right?
2, 5.5. But you know what's crazy too? They had a lot of close games besides getting their ass whooped by the Rams too.
Yeah.
Though. You know what I mean?
Hey, bro, they were in there. They were in there against Baltimore.
At the end, but
Right.
they fought back. You know what I mean?
They were in there against Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Like, this is a...
Hey.
What's that?
Did you catch Danny Dimes fall when he was running?
Bro, did he... So I seen him fall, but did he trip himself? Was he gassed? Like, it was like an 80...
Bro, it was like he was running and then his legs gave out, bro. And it's crazy because I got a homie, right? Peep this. I don't want to drag this story out.
No, it's all good.
Hey, I got a homie back when we was younger days, and he got caught by the police running one day. And he just took off running, and he had the police. He was away. And he said he don't know. He can't explain it. His legs just gave out. They gave out of nowhere.
It
That's
happens.
the only way I can describe it. He was too pumped. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Well, you know what, though? I do call him Danny Dimes the snitch. And he was running from the police. And, bruh, that's what happens to that motherfucker when he gets caught. He's just about to... He's like, listen, I got caught. And he's dropping names. You know what I mean?
Y'all come out the bushes. They got us, man.
All right, well... How about this? If you have Mutter Fulgrim, I'm going to move him. I would move him. Somehow.
I mean...
You can't do a 1-for-1. I'm getting away from that. Like, to be honest, like, with all the weapons supposedly coming back, or maybe until then, until you get news, I'm just like, because when can you ever swiv a motherfucker? Like, you know how you can do it? When a motherfucker's just showing up. It don't matter if you pick them up off the waiver or not. You could swiv that motherfucker to somebody that's needy.
Yeah. I mean, damn though, bro. Like, you don't think
he's a thing?
He's gonna have the edge on Rieger for being a rookie, and then Alshon is still Alshon. Like, the motherfucker look good, bro.
He is being used as the X receiver.
14, 36, 19, and 12. Like,
you know what?
Hey.
You might got me there.
I like Fulgham, bro. I only have him in a dynasty league, so I feel like that kind of doesn't count because you're scrounging for talent in dynasty leagues. But if I had him in a regular league, I think I'd be forced to think about starting him like the same way I look at Slayton. You know what I mean? Slayton and Scary Terry came out of nowhere last year.
Hey, what does Slayton do on a Thursday nighter?
Nothing.
Exactly. So, like, matter of fact, if I know the Slayton owner, and I got Mutter Fulgham, I'm moving him to him.
To get Slayton.
I might do that. You know what, though? It also just might be a thing, like, just stay away from all the Giants.
Yeah.
Especially Evan Ingram. Anybody who ever believed in Evan Ingram, come on. What's wrong with you? You know what I mean?
He could have had a monster game. He dropped that pass.
Yeah, he sure did.
He still had, 46 yards, but he dropped that pass. And they're using him in the run game a lot because their running backs are trash.
It's true. And, spoiler alert, Wayne Goldman, Wayne's World. That motherfucker's going to be a pickup this week.
Shit, you kind of got to because the boy Freeman went out and we know he can't stay healthy.
Nope.
So I'm going to definitely bet mine on Gallman the way he was looking. He looked like, he looked a little shifty tonight.
Do any of your in Yahoo, a lot of people, they have it set where, like, everything locks up on a 10 o'clock morning, Sunday. So you can go and grab him right now.
For real?
Yeah. Like, do you have any leagues like that? Where everyone locks up?
I'm sure about the look.
Listen, if you have leagues where your all the players lock up 10 o'clock a.m. on a Sunday morning, right?
Well, he played. I don't mean to cut you off. He played, so it's yellow. You can't pick him up.
No, but this is the loophole. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
If your league is set in Yahoo, this is the only league this is the loophole. In Yahoo, if your league is set where all the players don't lock up until 10 a.m. on Sunday, most smart leagues, the players lock up when the game starts for that player, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But a lot of people have it where they lock up on 10 a.m. on Sunday. You know what I mean? In those leagues, you could pick up guys on a Thursday night while they're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a league like that where the homies they used to talk shit about saying it was a Bush league that allowed you to do that.
Yeah.
You could drop a player that has played if they weren't in your lineup. But
of course.
They automatically, yeah.
Of course. But in this case, you know why? Because I abused that loophole in a couple of my leagues because they refused to change it. Whereas like if there's a remember the London before COVID, we used to have the London games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, same thing. It's just like a Thursday game. Listen, if they lock up 10 a.m., that's when they lock up. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
Everybody's free game. All right, well, check this out. What's the first game on the docket, my brother?
Cleveland, Cincinnati is what I see.
Okay. What they talking about over there? What's that point total looking like?
They got the over with the 52 as of right now. And then they got Cleveland favored by 4.5. Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
That's a Cincinnati one, huh?
I was about to say, bro, right out the gate, I like Cincy in here because they're so beat up over there in Cleveland right now. You know, Jarvis Landry, you know he has a broken rib?
Yeah, they said he's been playing with it. I just seen that.
And then you got Baker Mayfield. Bad hand, bad shoulder, bad ribs. You know what I mean? Everything. Right? And to be honest, Baker Mayfield, he's just been a great manager, to be honest. Like he's not by any means looking like the Baker Mayfield from his rookie year. Just fearless. You know what I mean?
I think that's a credit to Stefanski though, because I definitely don't think they would be having the success they have right now.
Of course.
If they were to put it all in his hands, it's just fucked up that they running backs keep getting hurt. Even Kareem Hunt banged up. It's just like, damn, what's in the water over there?
I've been trying to get Kareem Hunt too. I actually just traded for an injured Nick Chubb in one of my joints. You know what I mean? Like that.
The Chubb in my leagues.
All right, well, so we both okay. But what's the what is it? You said Cleveland plus. What was it? Cleveland minus what?
4.5.
Regardless, I think Cincy will cover that.
I feel like you gotta take Cincy right there.
Yeah.
Just being a division game, with being with the injuries like you said on Cleveland, And
Cincy is throwing that thing, bro. And for what Cincy does, and yes, Joe Mixon's banged up. For what Cincy does best is throw that thing, and what Cleveland does the worst on defense is defend the pass.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So let's go to the fantasy options. Love T. Higgins in this. AJ Green, maybe a DFS play. You know what I mean? I feel like they're trying to show off AJ Green so they can move him. You know what I mean? If you have Joe Mixon, you're starting him no matter what, right?
For sure.
You just got to. You know what I mean? Where you drafted him, you're doing that. Kareem Hunt, same thing, starting him. Jarvis Landry, how do we feel about him? Oh, also Tyler Boyd's a must start, obviously. But
you know what, Landry, I have him at the bottom of my roster in a few leagues that either I got him off the wire or got him off the trade.
Off the wire, even?
Yeah, he's on the wire. Believe it or not, I wouldn't play him at all. I don't like none of the receivers on the Brown side in this game. Honestly.
I don't either.
I think Odell saves his day with the touchdown somehow.
Because it is Cincy.
Some low yardage with
Cincy's defense is trash all the way around.
still, though, I think my guess, you know what I mean? They try to get up and control the game and keep it out of Baker's hands. You know what I mean? He's banged up, like you said. You know, division game. I don't see just a big crazy day. I think Kareem Hunt will definitely lead. I mean, that's not saying too much, but Kareem Hunt will lead them over there for sure. But like you said, on the Cincy side, run me Boyd and Higgins. I don't want nothing to do with Green, but Higgins and Boyd for sure will have close to or similar numbers for sure.
Mm-hmm. Hey, I love that boy Higgins, bro.
Yeah, Higgins is nice.
He's balling. And Boyd, steady. Maybe just one bad game this year. And Austin Hooper, how we feeling about him?
Who that?
Austin Hooper. He hooping?
Man, you know what? It's hard. I'm not the guy to ask you about Hooper.
Me neither.
Because I avoided him in every single
I sure the
league.
fuck did too.
I don't have him. Now, I can tell you what he's done. You know what I mean? But I can't tell you. I can't tell you how I feel about him, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And this is what we do. But I mean, he's touchdown dependent, and he only has one. You know what I mean? What is he? He might get you 5 catches and 50 yards.
Hooper's the guy, and even in my 14-team league, he was floating around on a waiver. I was like, what?
I mean, tight end is so thin, though, bro.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why the fuck did somebody drop him? Like, they was really upset with him.
I keep 2 tight ends, man, unless
all day.
I got a Kelsey or something, which
all day.
I don't. You know what I mean? Hooper is somebody that if you got to start him, I'm starting him. But who are you starting him over? I'm definitely not jumping on the Gronk train. I'd rather start Hooper over Gronk for sure. And if I had Hooper, I probably would have went Hooper over Ingram.
I'm probably the wrong guy to talk to about either of them motherfuckers because I mean, like, oh man, you know what? I think we'll put a pin on that one. Let's go hit me with the next
Let's
game.
Let's get the fuck out of that one.
Yeah, that one was ugly, huh?
Ugly. Dallas and Washington.
Oh, yeah. No, we got even a little uglier, didn't we?
Yeah, we just going to stay at that ugly, you know what I mean, the ugly side.
What they
Dallas
talking about?
by 3.5.
Okay.
The over-under is 49.
Damn, you know what? I like the Redskins in this one. I ain't going to lie.
We picking all the underdogs.
Yeah, I like the Redskins in here.
This is not a parlay advice podcast.
Right? This is why I like the Redskins, though, is because their pass rush is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Landon, Tyron Smith, Fredrickson, done for the year, or retired, you know what I mean? A goddamn Zach Martin, you know, not playing. Like, that Dallas line is not. It basically looks like the Philly line right now.
Yeah, they were all on that. They was on they ass.
They really was, bruh. And like you seen that on a Monday Nighter with the Cards, bruh. Like, and the Cards didn't even have Chandler Jones, and they were on their ass, bruh.
On their ass. You like Andy Dalton to bounce back this game though, or what?
I mean,
him and Zeke gotta have a monster game because that was just oh my god.
Damn. You know what's crazy, bruh? So we're doing the show, we're doing the Q&A, and then Robbie. What's funny about Robbie? This is why I love Robbie is because he'll straight up be transparent. He was like, "I'm gonna move Zeke," and he sure did, right? In the SBI.
Yeah, he did.
He fucking moved him. You know what I mean? And like. What's crazy is because shout out to Turn Up the Jets. He was watching our live stream. He's like, I heard him say, I'll move Zeke. And he came at him with Jacobs. And I was like, wow, fuck, beat me to the punch. You know what I mean? I would have loved to get Zeke. Like, in desperation, I might not have had to spend too much. You know what I mean? When you come out with Jacobs, he's like, a motherfucker's listening to you. Especially like someone like Robbie who hates. He has a disdain. He's a Washington football fan, so you know what I mean? Like,
so he's already mad he got Zeke.
Exactly. And he got him, at value, to be honest. Remember in that league as a super flex, he got him at 8th overall.
Yeah.
So it was like almost he was a must, grab, you know what I mean? And like, man, fuck. Okay, anyways, let's get to it. I like Washington in this to at least cover that that 3 points. I think if they lose, it's not by more than 3. Or they could lose by 3 and it's still covered because it's 3.5. So I'll take Washington there. What you talking about?
Man, you know what? I hate the Cowboys so damn much.
Me too.
But I'm just like, they can't just lay down like that. You know what I mean? Like,
not with the division being wide open.
But I don't see them beating them by a few touchdowns. They're going to try to squeak that game out. You know what I mean? I'm just interested to see how, like I said, how Zeke bounces back. But that wide receiver, as far as fantasy-wise, in Dallas, oh, my God, that's a shit show over there. I don't want no parts.
I'm kind of upset with myself for the most part of the year that I didn't get any CeeDee Lamb. I was trying to get him in the 10th, 9th, 10th round shit. And then, you know what I mean? And I would end up with Anthony Miller or not even Anthony Miller, like Marquise Brown or Robbie Anderson. That was what I was doing because I couldn't get CeeDee Lamb. And now I feel okay.
I mean, still 13 points last game in a blowout.
Yeah.
Fantasy points ain't
and
bad.
That's good.
He has been on the streak.
Garbage time.
Games, but
let's dial up all the garbage time. But you know what sucks too is Kyle Allen really sucks. He's really bad.
Oh my God, I don't understand that move, bro. I might need to ask Robbie about that. But
you know what? Robbie hates Dwayne Haskins.
Okay.
He can't stand him. He was like, you know what? He had this whole thing. He was like, Dwayne Haskins, after the Ravens game, he threw for 300 yards in the first time in his NFL career. He posted a picture shirtless. He's like, you don't post shirtless pics after a loss.
He's DeMarcus Russell all over.
And DeMarcus Russell had the belly out too. It's like, bro, you're not sexy, right. DeMarcus Russell.
Fantasy-wise, oh, man, bro. I got Scary Terry in one league, and it's the main league. And I like him.
I love him.
That Kyle Allen, man.
I love him.
Kyle Allen ain't looking down the field.
He's not.
If his girl was down there and the kids was waving their arms, he ain't looking down.
He ain't doing that. They on fire, too. They on fire. Throw me some water. He's like, you don't see him.
He's looking to J.D. McKissick and Antonio Gibson.
Bro, Antonio Banderas Gibson? That's all. Listen, he's a safe space motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Just everything in the safe space vicinity, he's looking to it. It's no coincidence that he's not looking down the field to Terry McLaurin because just like last year, DJ Moore, bro, he had I think 15 deep targets, and I think 11 of them were deemed uncatchable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's just not looking at him. But yeah, but you're gonna fire up against that Cowboys defense. We're firing up McLaurin, firing up.
Got to.
Yeah, firing up goddamn Antonio Banderas Gibson.
Bro, I think Gibson might have if I'm in daily fantasy, he's the person I would target this week because 2 bad games in a row. You know what I mean? You got to be hungry, young bull. It's the NFL. It's what you do for me now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would definitely pick.
And DFS.
I would pick Gibson.
Yeah, not mad at that. And then on the other side of the ball, I mean, we just gotta fire up. I'd say Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Gallup, maybe DFS more.
Man, if I'm playing Gallup, it's because of buys and I'm desperate. I don't. At this point, if you still got Gallup, you're not listening to none of the affiliates and the Rum Boys.
And that's why you need to subscribe to the Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast because they'll let you know. You better have the heart to start that motherfucker, man.
Hey, Gallup gonna make you have a heart to sharp, boy. You gonna sick to your stomach when you lose messing with Gallup, man.
Hey, he gonna make you remember you were eating Taco Bell yesterday.
Man, I'm telling you. But yeah, even in a stack, man, in this game, Zeke and Gibson on a daily fantasy, I'm running with that, bro. I am because You got two players coming off a bad game, and I like to look for that when I'm looking at daily fantasy too. Where they have a bad game, the less people gonna pick them, and
lesser
they're more likely to
ownership.
bounce back.
Yep. And Zeke is kind of in that same boat. I think people will be off Zeke this week in daily fantasy.
I mean, he gonna cost, but he's gonna get you that boom though.
But he'll cost, but he'll be unless there's other motherfuckers thinking the same as us. The ownership will be low. You know what I mean? Especially when you play in tournaments. You know what I mean? Where that matters. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, let's go into this next game.
Next one is Detroit and Atlanta. The over-under as of now, 56.5, and Atlanta's favored by 1.5.
I kind of like Detroit in this one. I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Man, hey, I'm a ride the coach wave, the new coach wave, and go with the Falcons.
Okay, I like that. Thank you. Talk me off the ledge. Talk me off the ledge.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. They can do it.
You know what, too? That over. Dan, the one thing that sucks is you could run on both these teams. That's what kind of fucks with me with the point total. You know what I mean? But for the most part, this is a shootout in the making.
This has to be a shootout, bro. Think about it. Swift, yeah, he had his little run game last game, but Gurley hasn't really had a big game where he's just running all over teams. So, yeah, these are two teams you can run over, but like you said, it's going to be a shootout, man.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to go all that over-under, though. 56.5 is a lot. I don't think I would take that.
I think we can see 27,
I think it's going to be more around like a 27-23 type deal or something.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. I agree. On the Falcons side, obviously, Julio Jones. Obviously, Coolio Ridley. Obviously, if you're tight end needy right now, like I love Hayden Hurst Helmsley in this spot. They don't really got linebackers that are great against the tight end. You know what I mean? Todd Gurley, I guess. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a hard to start for me right there. Hayden Hurst and Hockenson, I got them both, and they're in this game.
Damn. I would go Hockenson there.
We'll see. Hey, hard to start, man.
Yeah,
that's
actually, you know what? I retract that.
I'll probably go Hockenson, but I might change
I retract that. I kind of like, I do like Hayden Hurst in this spot this week. Anyways, and then Kenny G, obviously. You know what I mean? DeAndre Swift, keep riding that wave. You know what I mean? We've been waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? Off the bye week, he got acclimated, especially if it's a negative game script. He's going to be involved in the passing game. For the most part, all year, he's never dropped below 35% of the snap count, right? And he's never topped 40%. So if he can average 40% of the snap count, bro, dial up motherfucking DeAndre Swift. In a deeper leagues or on a bye weeks, you need running back. I guess AP. I'm saying I guess because I would never recommend that, but you can't be mad at it neither, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. But you know what? The only thing I'm worried about with Swift is, if Matty Ice does his fumble or something early, picks early, and Detroit gets up on him, they might lean towards AP.
AP, yeah.
You know what I
or
mean?
Even carry
it's
on.
Like, I'm not saying don't play Swift, but don't get cute and play him over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Somebody.
That's true. Yeah, don't chase last week. Like, he's a flex at best.
But he was 15. The right before the bye had a strong little game, and like you said, the game script that passing, if he's in the passing game a lot, plus some rushes. I like Swift though. I'm a big Swift fan, so don't let me deter you too much from him.
And Marvin Jones, I'm not doing that. That's a deal. Yeah, like, bro, he's dusty, bro.
Nah.
What happened to him?
Next.
Yeah.
DB. Next.
Hit me with the next game, bro.
Flip a coin. Marvin Jones' game is going to come.
And motherfuckers, it'll come with motherfuckers having him on the bench.
it's like the dragon on Baccarat. You've been getting your head beat in. He gonna come. He gonna come right when you least expect it, one time, and then you gonna keep betting it and be losing the rest of the way. You chasing that one good game.
Hey, Baccarat, that's lucky 9, right?
8 is the dragon. 8 or 7.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. I like that you know that shit. I fuck with that shit. Okay, yeah, let's go to the next game.
What we got, man? Carolina, New Orleans. That's going to be a good one. 51 over. And New Orleans favored by 7.
Oh, Carolina's covering that.
That's 7, huh?
Yeah. The Carolina is liable to lose. Let's be clear. But they're not going to lose by more than 7. I think Carolina's secondary, sneaky good. You know what I mean? Their run defense, like, obviously bad. But, let's talk about Michael Thomas real quick. What in the fuck is going on with him, dude?
Woo. Man, I traded him in a league.
I just traded him today, and I think I traded him for Chubb plus.
Man, I just, I hamstrings, he ain't conditioned. He hasn't played. Like, it just...
And even in the game that he did play, he played in week 1, the game that he did play against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay has one of the worst secondaries till this day. And he was shut out. Then he got hurt by Latavius Murray. I bet you he hates Latavius Murray.
Man, look, Michael Thomas, the big letdown. That's what I call him. You know what I mean? If you survive this long without him, you a hell of a manager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You a hell of a manager. Just hold on to him.
There's 2 leagues I have him in. A 10-team keeper league, because he was one of my keepers, and a fucking 14-team super flex, 8 IDPs, right? I'm 3-3 in both of those joints. I just moved him in my 14-team league. Bruh, like, fuck. What can I do?
In the SBI, I had him before I traded him, and I was
the office joint.
Yeah, I'm 4-2.
Yeah.
3-3 in that one actually. But yeah, like I said, the Mike Thomas shit's scary. But you know what too though? I don't believe in Breeze's arm, but give me Breeze after a bye. You know what I mean? Carolina maybe has been overachieving. You know what I mean? That spread might work. That 7 points might work for somebody. I ain't gonna lie. They might beat him by 10 without Mike Thomas. You know what I mean? So? Maybe. I would just stay away from it personally, but you know what I mean?
In division's always tough.
Yeah. Fantasy-wise, though,
yeah.
If you got Breeze, you got to kind of play him. Hopefully you don't have to, but Kamara, easy.
Oh, yeah.
The receivers, how you feel about... we always on the same page, so I already know how you feel about the Saints receivers without Michael Thomas.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with none of them.
None of them. Hey, none of them.
Not a nary one of them.
You can't even flip a coin for them because you might flip a coin and then they both get 5 and 6. Now you done got 1 point higher than what, you know what I mean? Fuck is that? Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not fooling with none of them. Love my man Robbie Anderson, the string bean. Just every week, just throw him out there. Especially where you drafted him, he's probably your WR3 on your roster, or maybe even your flex, bro. You're never mad at throwing out the string bean, right? DJ Moore, on the other hand, he'll probably draw. I mean, DJ Moore spends a lot of time in the slot. Either way, I really believe if he's outside, it will be Lattimore, right? Or Marshawn Lattimore on him. And on top of that, bro, like DJ Moore, I don't fuck with him, dog.
Man, I'm gonna say this. As far as the Robbie Anderson side, like if you got Robbie Anderson late and he's playing better than somebody you drafted earlier. If you haven't got value for those names and start Robbie Anderson every week by now, you haven't been listening to all the homies podcast.
For real though,
including the Heart. Like you gotta when those players are outplaying they ADP, you gotta throw them up there and start them when you have that decision.
ADP
Anderson
goes
and
out.
Juju.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm starting Anderson. You know.
I love the string bean. That skinny motherfucker is the joint.
But don't sleep on DJ Moore, bro.
I am asleep on him. Wake me up on him.
Look, the last 2 games, 20 fantasy points and 14 was the last one. 11 targets last game with 93 yards. He dropped a touchdown.
Yeah, he did. He sure did.
He dropped a touchdown in the red zone, not just a
That was and that was a key. You just said in the red zone. They targeted him in the red zone.
In the game before that, 93 yards with a touchdown, but only on 5 catches.
Yeah, because that 93, that touchdown too was a breakaway one.
It was a breakaway one, but they're trying to get him into space. You know what I mean? Robbie's their guy where they just chuck it to and throw it to, and you can count on him to probably beat the receiver. But DJ Moore is that guy they got to get into space, and I think with Samuel being out, banged up, it's kind of pointing up for DJ Moore a little bit. Now I have him benched in 2 leagues, bro. I don't have him playing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I drafted him high. I'm starting Tyler Boyd and Scary Terry over DJ Moore.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm really not mad at that. Here's the thing, too, about Robbie Anderson. I've said this a lot of times, Playmakers, on his podcast. You know what I mean? It didn't surprise me that he walked in and assumed a lot of a lot of the attention in the passing game because he played in that system under Matt Rule at Temple. So there's a reason why they picked him up in free agency. You know what I mean? So and now with no preseason, you know what I'm saying? It really took 4 weeks for DJ Moore to get acclimated. And now in the past 2 weeks, he's on the up and up. You know what I mean? Maybe you buy low on maybe we missed the train on buying low on DJ Moore, huh?
Maybe not, because maybe that owner is like, it's not gonna last. You know what I mean? They're still stuck on those 2 sub-10 games. You know what I mean? Because only thing about DJ Moore is Robbie Anderson's ceiling is way higher, I think.
Because he gets the big ones all day down the field.
Yeah. That's the only thing.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go on to this next game. Oh, obviously Mike Davis is a play.
Are you worried about his knickknacks though? Just being not never really having a full workload and kind of wearing down. He got at least 2 more games without CMC possibly.
Yeah, I am worried because he there's a reason why he's a backup. I mean, even when we had Mike Davis with the Niners, he was banged up. That's why we never seen him as a Niner on the field. You know what I mean? But, he's doing Mike Davis things. And, this is just an offense that knows how to utilize a running back. And, he's been... If you're the CMC guy and you were able to acquire Mike Davis... You ain't missing CMC. You're matter of fact, you're happy that Mike Davis is doing his thing. But if I'm the Mike Davis guy and I don't have CMC, you should have been moved him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're in a league with dogs, though, they like, man, I'm not taking him. He gonna expire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, how about this? Move him to the CMC owner.
Yeah. Somebody just did me like that. I got CMC,
but
and I said, come on,
that's not bad though. That's not bad.
Bring him on down.
That's not bad. That's something I would do because I would have been hot that I had to wait this long for somebody to start offering to me. You know what I mean?
He'll definitely get Mike Davis will give you at least 15 fantasy points this week though, for sure. I feel like he's a lock for that just in the pass game alone. Barring injury. And
it's harder to run up the gut on the Saints. But the pass catching running backs, you know what I'm saying? They flourish in that type of scenario because when the pass rush is coming, Davenport, and fucking and Jordan Jordan Cameron, or am I dyslexic right now?
That's that. You feel me?
Right? Is it Jordan Cameron or Cam Jordan? Either way,
Cameron Jordan.
Yeah. Okay. See. Okay. Cool. Fool. Because do you remember the tight end Jordan Cameron?
Yeah. The Dolphins.
Yeah. I know. I was getting real dyslexic.
Hey, I had him 1 year.
He was balling. He was balling.
Hey, when I pick somebody up, I'm known for this. I always throw out reasons why or something. Like, I'll show a video like, damn, did y'all know he went to USC and played for Whoop?
He was balling.
Yeah, I swear I did that. He dated Greg Olson's sister. I forget what it was, but it was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Cam Jordan.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? And, aside from the obvious must starts, I'm kind of curving a lot of those motherfuckers in that game. All right, hit me with the next one, my brother.
Yeah. Buffalo and the Jets.
Okay.
48 on the under. Buffalo favored by 10.5.
I like Buffalo to cover that.
Yeah, they should beat their ass, man. The Jets are,
especially after 2 bad losses.
That shit is crazy. So shout out to Turn Up Jets, man.
Yeah. Do you see his rants? Do you see his rants? Like on IG? Bro, like, I love them. I love them. But I also be texting him, hey, bro, you all right?
It's hard being. Hey, the Jets are the Sacramento Kings of the NFL. So I feel his pain.
Bro, you know what? Outside of Crowder, there's really no one to talk about over there.
Nobody. Perine, look, they did say they want to get Perine more involved, though.
Bro, but Adam Gase is on coke, bro.
Yeah, he's trash. But at this point in the season when, motherfuckers is playing handcuffs, you might want to just scoop them just cause.
Okay. Yeah, like he's not going to put you up a donut.
But he gonna get close to it, though.
I think 6 points is like the ceiling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes,
sure.
You start him, you're trying to get 6 points out of that motherfucker.
He's a stash. But yeah, that game is terrible. I don't want nobody but Crowder, and if I got Crowder,
I don't feel good about it. And then on the other side, fire up everybody. Fuck it, dude. It's the Jets.
Hey, I like Zach Moss over Singletary too. He gonna try to take his job, bro.
Bro, I like Singletary and Moss. Actually, like both of them this week. I like both of them.
Yeah, Moss will score the touchdown out of both of them for sure.
Here's the thing, bro, about the Jets defense, man, is like they're really bad against the pass, and they're moderately okay against the run, but they give up big plays to the running back. So, like, if you minus the big plays, which is foolish, it's foolish, right? But, like, if you take away the Mostert 80-yard runs and motherfuckers have been breaking away on them. Aside from that, if you take all those games out, they're only giving up, like, 3 yards a carry. But it's just like anyone who's smart knows just pass on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that should be a Diggs day for sure.
Yeah.
I seen John Brown on a lot of wires too. If I'm plugging and playing, I'm going to grab him. I see he's in a wire in 2 leagues.
Bro, you need to pick that man up. I don't like how people are doing my man downtown John Brown like that.
It's a deep league. It's a deep league, so it's a lot of spots.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Fuck that game though.
Yeah. Bills all the way. Let's go. Next game. Hit me with the next one.
Green Bay, Houston.
Okay,
Green Bay's favored by 3.5, and the over/under is 56.
I don't know why they're only giving them 3.5. I think Green Bay covers that, obviously, and I think it goes under. To be honest, you want to know why? Because both these teams are at the bottom of the league against the run. Both those defenses. Houston's literally the worst run defense, and then Green Bay's not that far off. They're in the 20s.
Yeah, they're pretty bad too.
Right? And the reason why people don't know that Green Bay is a bad run defense is because most of the time, outside of last week against the Bucks, most teams against Green Bay are getting smashed by Green Bay. So they need to abandon the run. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think both these teams are going to run like shit with their running backs. And this is going to be like one of the more faster games as far as time-wise. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm with you. I'm on the under on this one.
Me too.
For sure. I'm on the under on this one. Because it's just like Green Bay, they got embarrassed. You know, Houston's playing with the new coach, even though he's not the best coach out there, I would say.
He's old and senile, let's just say.
He's old school, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Houston's fighting for pride at this point, so I don't see them just laying over. If I had to guess, I would say Packers win by, I would say they cover the spread, though.
Me too.
I think they'll beat them.
For sure.
But I will say this. Aaron Rodgers, it's not him. Them just having Devontae Adams, they need another receiver. Like, they're using the running backs too much and too obvious. You know what I mean? It's like, shit, we might as well just let you dump it down to your running backs and play deep zone or something on.
Do
you
they?
Know what I mean?
Oh my God! Do they trade for Julio Jones?
You know y'all will, but you let Aaron Rodgers fling it into who? You know what I mean? MVS trash.
Would they trade
or something this week?
Would they trade for Julio Jones?
They need to, but I doubt it.
Because you know what, bro? You know,
I think
Matt LaFleur
trying to make his own mark.
But you know, Matt LaFleur, he was there with Shanahan in Atlanta.
Hey, they go get
So
Julio. They
Julio-
gonna have two bad hammies over there.
Oh, you ain't lying, bro.
They gonna have two bad hammies.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, but obviously it's a fantasy. Aaron Jones, Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers. That's all I'm comfortable with, right? Unless you're tight end needy, yeah, maybe Bobby Tonyan. You know what I mean? Other than that, not fucking with nobody else. They're all DFS plays.
No, they're gonna eat. Jones, Adams, and Rodgers gonna eat this game.
I do like Brandon Cooks in this game because I think he won't draw Jairo Alexander because he is balling, bro.
Jair's balling for sure.
Yeah, and he will be on that god awful Will Awfuler. You know what I mean? He will be on him. You know what I mean? Both these teams are bad against tight end, so maybe Bob Tonyan could have a good game. But I do like Darren Fells as a streamer this week.
Hey, on the Run Boys in the morning on Sunday, somebody asked in the comments when I was watching, and they were like, who's a streaming tight end? I'm like, man, play Fells if the other tight end's out for sure. He'll get you a touchdown for sure. Remember he went through that stretch last year where he had like 2 touchdowns or some shit every game or something crazy?
He had like a 3-week stretch where he had like 5 touchdowns total.
Brandon Cooks kind of scares me though, bro. I know he
really
had
does.
games, but like, I don't know, man.
I still like him.
Came at the end, which it doesn't matter when it comes.
Yeah.
But fuck. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, too, is, bruh, like, I look at it like, you know, before they fired Bill O'Brien, before they fired Bob, right? Bob made moves to get David Johnson. He made a move to bring over Brandon Cooks. Why in the fuck weren't they utilizing them? As soon as they fired them, I feel like management was like, let's just use these guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen. So I like Brandon Cooks there. You know what I mean?
I like David Johnson to have him a little.
I really do.
17 to 20 type game.
Unfortunately, this week I couldn't do my rankings episode because I got hella fucked up. But in my rankings, I did have him as a top 12 player. I had him at 12.
Yeah, if they can move that ball, man, with you know,
and of course they're gonna
ground or through the air.
They're gonna try to keep him off the ground. They're gonna try to keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. So the way you do that is running with David Johnson.
Got to, but I'm taking Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay organization.
I'm with you
over Houston and Cornell. You know what I mean? This game. You know.
I'm with you, bro. Let's go to the next game.
Oh, this is one of my favorites right here. Seattle and Arizona.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah, Seattle favored by 2.5. 55 on the over/under.
This is a fucking smash on the on Seattle to cover that number, and call me crazy, I kind of like this over. I could see 30-27. I could see, 30 plus for Seattle to like 27. I can see it going over.
No, I'm with you. I would pick over too. 30. Seattle's gonna score at least 30 points. Like, come on. Like, they're coming out there by like Pete Carroll, extra week to prepare for a division opponent. You know what I mean? They'll be ready. But they can't stop nobody. So we know Cardinals are gonna score on them. I definitely like the over on that.
Do you think do you think Cardinals cover that number? It's real close.
2.5. I would go Cardinals. I mean, I don't know, bro. I might take Seattle, bro. I think Seattle gets them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just a field goal covers it. You know what I mean?
See, I feel like that 2.5 sucks people in that are gonna bet Arizona.
Yeah, stupid people.
You know what I mean? That are like, they're playing good, they're gonna get them. But Carroll coming off that 2.5 is really like, yeah, come on, Seattle's gonna easily get that.
Hey, Kyler Wren, that's your QB, right, in the ALB?
Hell yeah.
Because I remember I legit watched that whole stream. Fucking phenomenal, right? Love your league, man. Anyways, my point is, you being a Kyler owner like myself, in a lot of spots, I haven't been in a lot of spots. I haven't been in too many spots, really. You know what I mean? But he keeps saving himself because he makes mistakes. I think this was the first game he didn't turn the ball over against the Cowboys, because he was good for 2 even. He was good for 2 turnovers most of these games. And, like, when you go 9 for 24, it's not good. Against the Cowboys, that wasn't good. Like, I worry about Kyler Wren a little bit. Not worry. I mean, I worry about him, like, quote unquote, because, you're rolling him out confidently every time, especially in this matchup. But, like, I mean, fuck, dog. Like, did you see those? Like, he missed Isabella, like, badly twice. Like, those were house calls. You know what I mean?
I think Murray's problem last year was his accuracy. You know what I mean? But
and
I
we're
also
seeing it
think
show up.
that he's definitely hitting that learning curve. But fantasy wise,
love him,
bro. His rushing is saving him.
Yeah,
he's running for 30 and 40-yard touchdowns. You know what I mean? He's gonna save you with the rushing. If you play sacks, he's getting away, which is why he's rushing the ball. You know what I mean? Because he's running away from sacks. Because that line's not good. Like, I'm not worried about Kyler Murray at all. When I watch him, or if I know I have him playing, I know, like, okay, he's going to give me at least 24, 25 points. But I'm hoping this is the big game. You know what I mean? And see, one of the games I watched where he had 3 interceptions versus Detroit when they lost, bro, I swear, it was 2.5 tip picks, bro. Like, the ball was tipped.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, some bullshit. Like, damn, the
receiver you're right.
Catch it or something. So I think Kyler is as close as Lamar Jackson last year as we're gonna get, minus the crazy games. You know what I mean? But as far as averaging 28 points, because I remember Lamar averaged like 28 points last year. I think Kyler could do that for fantasy this year for sure.
He's been hovering around that area too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Off the head, just looking at the stats, he's hovering around 28 for sure.
So obviously
27, 31, 26, 27, 33, 32. Like, run it.
On the Seattle side, obviously DK firing him up. Obviously Lockett firing him up. Carson firing him up. Wilson, duh. Right? Kyler, duh. Nuke Skywalker, duh. And I like Christian Kirk here. Drake,
yeah,
I like him too. Hey, if you need a flex, I'm not mad at Chase Edmonds neither, bro. The Chase Bank, I'm not mad at him. Chase Bank might be money this week. Chase Bank is more involved in the passing game, but he's also game script dependent. And I think this will be a game where they're playing from behind. He's a good flex.
Look, I'm gonna say this about Chase. He scared me last week. I played him in a few leagues because I had to, and he scared me because Drake. I mean, what if he has 2 good games in a row? You know what I mean? But you mentioned Christian Kirk. I'm fucking with Christian Kirk, bro. He was hurt the first few games, banged up. You know, double-digit fantasy points the last 3, 10, 12, and 23. Yep. You know what I mean? With the big 2 TDs last year. Last year, in a league that I won, JD's league, they call it the JV league. You know, that's the joke. But I ran with Christian Kirk because I was running back.
Shout out to Guccini.
And I had Allen Robinson, and I ran with Christian Kirk in my second wide receiver spot for like a big half of at the end of the year. I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying
this is the matchup.
Man, he was on the wire in a lot of leagues, bro.
Yeah, I picked him up.
He's only 48% rostered.
I picked him up in my 10-team keeper league. You know, $500 buy-in. I picked him up.
You gotta get him, bro. Another sleeper I like though, like in daily fantasy, I would take David Moore this game. I think every wide receiver on Seattle eats this game, and I think Lockett's gonna bounce back because he's had those subpar games lately for sure. He really has. He's been dropping shit.
Yeah, he really has, man. All right, hit me with the next game, my brother.
What we got, man? Frisco and New England.
Oh, bang.
They got 45.5, and they got New England favored by 5 out there in New England.
Before we talk about this game, take another shot. I'm getting drunk over here.
Come on, I got my. I'm on my third beer, man.
I say this much. I'm hella Filipino. I'm drinking vodka with water because I ran out of beers. Which is kind of counteracting. It's kind of countering itself. I'm staying hydrated while I'm drinking vodka. Anyways, okay, this is interesting right here. I want to start fantasy-wise first before we talk about the point totals. Firing up Kittle, Debo. If you're in a jam, firing up Jimmy G. Running backs on the Niners side. This is tricky right here. Because obviously there's going to be no Mostert, right? We can agree on that, right? Did they rule him out yet?
He's not playing.
He's not playing. Man, fucking Mostert, poor guy. Anyways, so is Hasty a play if there is no Jeff Wilson Jr.? Because McKinnon's a start.
Game.
Not this game.
I'm not. I don't see New England letting anybody just run on.
But their bend don't break, so they'll let you do that.
And if there was anybody to let run on you, it would be the company that we have right now, McKinnon Jr. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like any of the Niners this game.
Really?
None of them.
I really don't like Kittle. He's a must play, obviously.
The way New England shut down Waller, but obviously if you got Kittle, you're starting him.
Because they're going to game plan to erase Kittle.
They're going to erase Kittle. Debo, I mean, the only thing that's good about Debo is that he can get you on those plays that they're scheming up for him. He's not gonna,
end rounds, the jet sweeps, shit like that.
Which we're going to have to do against them. We're going to have to catch them off guard.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Even though they looked bad last week.
Ayuk,
you know,
is he a streamer this week or a flex?
Man, as long as Debo is here, Ayuk's damn near a dropper.
Ooh.
I don't know if I'm holding a roster spot for Ayuk, depending on what.
I don't think so either. You know what? If I had Ayuk, I would have been traded him already.
Yeah, I've been trying to trade Debo.
Yeah,
you know, not because I don't.
Listen,
believe in Debo,
I think Debo's his arrow's pointing up though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he is. Come get him.
It's just a. You're trying to trade him to me.
Come get him.
Fuck, man. You know what? Have your people call my people, I guess, and I'll tell them, we're good.
Only running back I'm trusting on the Niners would be McKinnon because he got action and catching some passes.
Yeah.
But, hey, you said something about Jimmy G being in the jam. what are you doing with Jimmy G and Minshew if you got to start one?
I'd probably go Minshew because against the Chargers, and we will get to that game next, but the Chargers they're giving it up to opposing quarterbacks. Like they're averaging like 2 touchdowns to passing touchdowns to opposing quarterbacks. So you know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. But I do love a good. You know I'm a painter. Did you know I'm a painter?
I heard on the show.
Yeah, and I paint narratives, bro. So I love a good revenge narrative. Let's go, Jimmy G. Let's go. So maybe you know what? Fuck it. While I'm drunk on a narrative based analysis, fuck it. I'll take Jimmy over Minshew.
Jimmy throwing more than 250.
I think he got 240 in him.
I give him a good game. I give him 280.
Let's go. I like that. Come on. You know we're Niners.
I'm going to give him 282
yes.
touchdowns. He's going to score about 19 to 20 fantasy points.
I like it.
Hey, but on the flip side, though, you know what Cam going to do to us, bro.
Is it just Cam on the other side, huh?
Hey.
It's just Cam, huh?
Bro, you know what Cam going to do to us.
Yeah. I mean, you know we have trouble with mobile QBs. Like, look.
Oh my God,
we have a
like
lot.
That for
even last year when we were when we were a top 2 defense, bro, we have trouble with mobile quarterbacks.
100%.
Ready, go, boom. I like Cam Newton, bro. I love that guy. I love Fig Newton.
Yeah, we in trouble, bro. Cam gonna kill this game. This is bounce back.
Hey, you know what? Maybe we pull a Denver and we just get into their bend don't break and we just field goal them to death.
I think I'm just gonna say all week that we're gonna get our ass whooped, so we'll win.
I like it. Let's go with the reverse jinx.
Because I definitely thought we were going to lose to the Rams for some reason. Even though we own them, I thought we were going to lose to the Rams.
You know, I'm so glad that I didn't do a preview show last week because I was... See, what's fucked up is because I was fucked up last week. I was shrooming hella hard. And then Steamboat, we were supposed to do this episode last week. Yeah, you know, I don't even remember how we missed it. But anyways, and then I missed the ranking show this week because you know what I mean? But we're doing a preview show now, and I will say this. If I did the preview show last week, I would have had the Rams whooping our ass in primetime.
I'm telling you.
We did that, though. We looked like the Niners.
Yeah.
We did.
100%.
Okay, what is Vegas talking about here?
Vegas on this one, 45.5, -5 New England.
Like the under.
I'm taking the Niners, man, with that 5.
I'm going to take the Niners to cover.
It's fucked up because, bruh, the Niners will let you down fucking with Jimmy G on a game like this. We got to travel all the way to goddamn New England like my co-host, Buccini JD, love to say, the West Coast.
To the East Coast.
When they got to go to the East Coast.
You ain't lying, bruh. This is factual. The biome, the natural biomes of the body. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, maybe, but you know what? Jimmy G, bro, he's been in that area for a long time. Maybe that shit don't apply to him.
You might be right. Are you trusting anybody on the Patriots except Cam?
No.
James White's the only one I am.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him as a flex. But like it just what cancels that out to me is that they just rotate everyone. Like they need all those guys because they have no true options outside of Edelman. You know what I mean? Like, and I'll be honest, bro, our corners suck. Like, you know, like 50-50 balls should be good for N'Keal Harry, but they don't trust him. He fucks up too much. Yeah. Okay, so how about this? Taking the under, and you know what? I'm gonna go homer. I'm gonna take our Niners. Fuck it. Fuck them. Let's go.
Put it in the book.
Fuck it. Hit me with the next game.
Okay.
Bang, bang.
Hey, you go. Fuck it. KC and Denver. KC favored by 10. Denver and the over-under is 49.5.
Hold on 1 second. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Go. Give me your take on this. I'm checking something on the computer.
I'm gonna say this. This is definitely an under game. 49.5. The Chiefs are gonna score 27, 28 points, but the Broncos ain't gonna get nowhere near close to it.
Right.
I say the Broncos get maybe 14 points or something. You know what I mean? Or 17 if they're lucky. I just, the Chiefs, they offense, they're showing that they want to run the ball, but I think this might be that game where Mahomes just feels like flinging it and they put up a 30-point first half. You know what I mean? And that's all she wrote, Over under being 49, that's easy for the Chiefs, but I don't think it's easy for Denver.
It's a snow game, so naturally I want to take the under, but I feel like the Chiefs could just do it all to take it over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a blowout. What do you think about Clyde, though? I'm good with him. I know you were happy about that performance. I haven't talked to you about that shit.
Well, here's my take, bro. Is nothing... All right, nothing has changed with Clyde from week 1. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like, he gets taken out on third down situations where they need a pass. That's why they brought over Bell. You know why? Because it makes them predictable if you're going to take out Clyde, because he can't pass protect. He's a little wee tyke.
He's a small dude for sure.
Yeah. And then also in the red zone, what are they doing? Bringing in Darrell Williams. So Lev Bell is going to take over all that. Only the difference is that with 60% of the snap share for Clyde, that should remain for this game. And instead of having the combination of Darrell Williams and Darwin Thompson, it's just going to be Bell.
Yeah.
For now. As we progress, we might see more of like a 50-50 snap count between Bell and Clyde, or Clyde and Bell. And then it might start to dwindle down. You know what I mean? Like, closer, more in Bell's favor as we progress in the year. Unfortunately, me being the Clyde truther.
Yeah, nah, you safe with Clyde, man. If I'm a Bell owner, it is what it is. You done rode him this long, you am. But I'm interested in how big of a game Tyreek Hill needs to have. He's been quiet.
Yeah. Here's the thing, man. He's been a touchdown every game until last week.
Yeah.
So, and you know what's crazy is that, like, they are really, like, establishing the run. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And what's crazy is that, like, we haven't seen the reason they're playing... The reason they're establishing the run so much is because they pay so much attention to Tyreek Hill and Kelsey that, like, these 6-man boxes they're just not going away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, because they would be foolish to, like, keep 7 in the box even. You know what I mean?
All that speed around for sure.
Yeah. So, like,
I'm scared of Tyreek, bro. I'm selling him off his name. But if I'm on some daily fantasy, I'm firing him up this week.
For sure. Because he's due for a big one. This might be that 40-point game where he has like 180 yards. Bro, I'm not scared of AJ Boye. Is he even back yet? Like, I don't even know any of them corners, bro.
Yeah, this Tyreek's game right here. I feel the same way about that. Those other receivers and who are we talking about?
Broncos.
Who was it?
Who?
The same way I feel about the Chiefs wide receivers, DeMarcus Robinson and Hardman, is the same way I felt about what receivers were we talking about?
Damn, remind me. I've had
New England.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Hey, can't do it, won't do it.
Yeah, man.
No, it was Detroit.
Oh yeah, Detroit.
One of them teams, I don't fucking know. One of them motherfuckers, I don't want nothing to do with them.
But you know what's sad too is like where owners had drafted or managers, let's just say, where they drafted Hill, you have to roll them out.
No, you got to roll Hill out, but those other receivers.
Oh yeah, not doing it.
A coin.
Not doing it. 14 team leagues and up. Maybe look at a DeMarcus Robinson, maybe Hardman, maybe. But that's just deeper league talk. Other than that, not fucking with nobody but
Because you
Hill.
know, before we used to be like, oh, this offense, all the receivers gonna eat. But like you said,
they running.
They're running.
You know what's crazy? Them and Baltimore, they've been more reality than fantasy.
For 100%, I heard you say that on one of the shows.
Yeah.
You're 100% right.
Yeah, like where it's like, fuck, dude, just move them on name value. You know what I mean? Obviously, Kelsey smash play. Always. Like, he's not in this conversation, right? Hill, move him, right? If you can't. Like, move him for what you can. Clyde, love him because as far as their pass attempts go and their rush attempts, bro, it's really close. It's like 45, percent, running the ball versus like 55 passing. And like that easily flips if they're in the driver's seat, and they should be in this game. Like, I love the Chiefs defense even this game.
Hell yeah. That's one
them.
of the top defenses this week for sure.
Smash. You know what I mean? On the other side, God forbid you got to. That's all I got to say.
Hey, Melvin Gordon back. He gonna be back. So now you kind of fucked up with Lindsey. You know what I mean? If you were relying on Lindsey.
And they're not gonna go away from Lindsey neither. So it's like,
not the hometown kid.
Yeah. Too bad. Too bad, dude. It just.
Well, who do you like more, Judy or Patrick?
I like, to be honest, I like Judy because their slot coverage isn't as great as their outside coverage.
See, I think long term, I think I maybe go with Patrick just because I feel like they're treating Judy like the number one receiver. Short term, I'm leaving them both alone. Like you said, leaving them alone.
Yeah, I'm just leaving them alone.
Long term, I picked up Tim Patrick in the league. That motherfucker.
Hey, Tim Patrick's balling, bro. He gets the targets.
Games, 14 fantasy points, 23 and 14. He got 100 yards plus back to back.
For real, and he was playing against Stephon Gilmore last week.
So that's a sneaky play right there, man. We giving y'all daily fantasy gems right now. I need to write these motherfuckers down.
Tim Patrick's kind of balling, bro. And it should be a negative game script where they're gonna have to throw the ball a lot. But I also want to say, in a snowy game, in a divisional matchup, like, if it hits over, it will be because Kansas City's smashing. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but garbage time still counts, so yeah, I'm not mad at your Tim Patrick take. Hit me with the next game, my brother.
Tampa Bay and Las Vegas. 2.5 is Tampa Bay's favored by 2.5. And the over-under is 53.5 as of now.
Dude, so here's something that we need to address. Did you hear about Trent Brown?
Oh, man, the whole fucking Raiders offensive line is out this game.
They're out, bro.
Blocking for them.
And now in Tampa Bay, shout out to Todd Bowles, that corpse-looking of a man. Bruh, he's going to have them destroying that mascara-wearing mask motherfucker named Derek Carr.
Bro, I will be surprised if the Raiders don't fake a test. because they should not be playing this game with their whole offensive line.
For real, bro.
Who the fuck are they grabbing? Like, I need to read up more on this.
You know, I've been trying to trade for. I'm in every one of my league threads talking about this news, and I'm like, you know, like trying to scare the Josh Jacobs owner, and then I'm on the side talking about, yo, let me so-and-so for Josh Jacobs.
But the fear is real, though. Like,
yeah.
I'm terrified. He's my best running back playing this week.
Bro, it's bad.
And I'm terrified that I got to play him.
Look what they did. Look what they did to Aaron Jones.
To me.
Yeah, I'd say. Because you know what? Henry Ruggs, if he has an okay game, it's because they hit him off with like a 4-yard pass or a 6-yard pass and he's to the house. That's it. Like, Derek Carr sucks. I'm sorry, Raider Nation. You know I am being on brand for shitting on y'all motherfuckers. And listen, bro. Joe Morley, man. This motherfucker, bro, he trolls me. And listen, I'm going to let you know, Joe Morley. You guys are getting destroyed this week. All right? Chop this clip, Joe Morley. Joe Morley goes out of his way and chops clips of me shitting on the Raiders, and he sends it to me.
You know, I don't like the Raiders, man, but my dad was a Raider fan. Rest in peace. So,
hey, rest in peace to your pops, man.
Them, but I don't like their fans, though. You know what I mean?
I don't either.
That's the difference.
And you know what? I don't hate on the Raiders team. Bro, I'm from the Bay. You know what I mean? Like not half my family, like let's say 17% of my family. They're Raider fans, and they talking shit like Raider fans do. The rest of us were all Niners. You know, we derived from Frisco. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my parents came from the PI, you know what I'm saying, in 78. My pops he was 19 years old, you know what I'm saying, in 78, came to Frisco. You know what I'm saying? I was born in 84. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're fucking Niners, bruh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But these Raider fans, bruh, I have no... Listen, I
particularly like them.
I have a strong disdain for them. How about that? Hey, listen, Raider Nation, y'all don't like me, I don't like y'all. Let's keep it a buck. The Christmas card is not in the mail.
I got a question for you,
yes,
though, right?
And I have an answer.
Is Derek Carr, and I know my answer to this, is he a stash just because of the news off of Julio maybe going there? Not to mention his last 5 games, 24 fantasy points, 17, 22, and 31.
That, to me, even without Julio going there, he's still a stash because that defense is not good.
The last 2 weeks of the fantasy playoffs, if you go week 15 and 16 being your last week, the Chargers in Miami.
Yes. Derek Carr's the guy.
Week 12 and 13, Atlanta and the Jets. Like, his schedule is getting real cakey. If they can get somebody like Julio and win this game, man, with no O-line, they got a tough shot. But, you know, hey, anything is possible.
Hey, anything's possible. And in fantasy, I don't care about the name. I just want the production.
Hey, if we going on bounce backs, though, is Mike Evans bouncing back for you or what?
Mike Evans has kind of been doing First of all, I'm not a Mike Evans guy. I call him Lame Evans. I think I actually came up with that nickname on your show, on the Swiver Swerve.
I can see why.
Because, right? But I'll say this about Mike Evans, like, how about this? You know who should bounce back as far as like just bounce back like from what he is and what we know he is? It's Chris Godwin, bro.
Yeah.
Mike Evans always required, 150 targets. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that was Jameis Winston putting them in the hole. Like, Tom Brady hasn't even been fantasy relevant in that sense because because of the threat that he's Tom Brady with all those weapons, Ronald Jones been able to get off nasty. So if we're talking about bounce back, we're really talking about if the Raiders can get off on them. And then in fantasy, they will require Brady to throw like shit. You know what I mean?
I like Godwin to move the change a little bit. I definitely think he's going to lead the receiving.
I hope so.
Fantasy points this week for sure. As far as on that team.
And you know me, what I always say, he has God and win in his name. Let's show some of that. Can we get some of that?
Right.
I mean, this is the matchup right here. This is the matchup.
This is a matchup for sure.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm taking Tampa just all the way to smash. I'm so biased on this one.
Hey, that 2.5 is one of them setups, man.
It really is.
No O-line, like, man.
That line was set beforehand, though, too. Before the news. So, hopefully y'all took that, before the news broke, because it's going to be a makeshift line over there this week. You know what I'm talking about? It's going to be a, you know what we say in the hood? We fix everything with duct tape. It's going to be a duct tape line.
Duct tape. Sure.
We fixed
you
it
know
all.
what game is better than... Oh, no. I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Are you trusting Ronald Jones the rest of the way?
Yeah. Because you know why? I think they realize what we all realize, that Leonard Fournette's just a shit human being. On top of being hurt. Like, you know what Ronald Jones is? He's the guy, like, all right, put him in on the goal line. And they haven't even done that. Like, Ronald Jones is not good. I mean, Ronald Jones, I'm sorry, Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette's the goal line guy, and Leonard Fournette's he's just not good. Like, he's just not good. Like, in fantasy, first of all, Leonard Fournette, he was good because volume based. You know what I mean?
For sure, 100%.
Look at James Robinson this year. You know what I mean? With the Jags. They give him all the volume, they throw him the targets. You know what I mean? That was Leonard Fournette. Now he goes over to Tampa Bay, and then he's hurt. And you know what's funny too is, like, people forgot about his injury history. They just looked at it like, oh my God, he's Leonard Fournette. He's going over there to Tampa Bay with Tom Brady. Yeah, but did y'all remember he gets hurt? And he's been hurt. And and then the last 2 weeks, he's basically been an emergency backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
And shout out to Ronald Jones. You be dropping balls and your yards after the catch are shit, but bro, they trusting you. And at best, Leonard Fournette should be a goal line back. It's been Ronald Jones.
Yeah. And he wants to show that why y'all bring this motherfucker in here. You know what I mean?
I should have been trying to fucking swiv for Ronald Jones, man.
It's over now.
Yeah, it's over. Now I'm just swerving anything that has to do with, like, Leonard Fournette.
Hey, this next game, I'm going to save this one.
Okay.
I'm going to save this one to be the last one because I know you're going to love that one. I know you're going to love that.
Okay. And you know me.
Next one, though, you're going to love that one for sure.
Okay. Let's go. Give me the one you want to go to.
We go to Jacksonville and the Chargers. Jacksonville, or actually the Chargers are favored by -7.5. And the over-under is 48.
Wow, I like the under, first of all. But that's just my gut reaction because, this could be a sneaky shootout. The Chargers defense, they've been giving it up on, through the air. Like, if it's not case, because them losing Chris Harris Jr. is a big deal. And that happened a long time ago, right? And then, Casey Hayward, he'll cancel out whoever he's on. So DJ Chark's not going to have a good game. You know what I mean? Goddamn, the running backs, both Justin Jackson and Josh Kelly, they're stars to me. Keenan Allen, what's his status right now? Because obviously
he should be good to go.
So he's a must play. Mike Williams, he was coming off a hamstring. What's he looking like?
Mike Williams.
Excuse me.
Mike Williams looks like he's playing, and he's coming off that 28-point game, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Right? So he should. Yeah, bro. And I love the perv. I love Herbert the pervert. Like, he's going to ball out.
Bro, I traded Lamar Jackson in the league because I was going to depend on Herbert. Like,
I'm not mad at that.
Let me get value. I ended up getting Henry out of the trade, you know, with some other players involved too. But,
of course.
Man, but Josh Kelly and Jackson, I mean, you right, bro. They both must start y'all. Especially if you're dealing with bye weeks like a Taylor or Dalvin and them on buys. Like,
did you see what all Detroit did to them last week?
Yeah. And you know, Kelly got dropped.
In a lot of leagues.
Mike Williams, too.
Yeah. Bro, like, you know what's crazy is, like, he was on part of our waiver wire episode last week. Like, just, Kelly's probably dropped. Look out for him. Because you know what, too, is, like, I'm not totally, like, I was the guy, too, who was like, I like Kelly. As soon as there's no Eckler, I was like, I like Kelly. But I was like, let's be clear. Justin Jackson probably going to assume that role. The Austin Eckler role. And he sure did. But against this matchup, bruh, I have a theory that those running backs will fuck it up for Herbert if they get down there. You know what I mean? Like in fantasy. Like, you know what I mean? Like they'll punch it in and we'll be pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Herbert, man, Herbert is a must play. I think I would start Herbert in this game over Brady.
For sure.
And I did last week, or the week that Herbert had 34. I played him over Brady in 2 leagues, bro. Hard to talk about it, hard to start.
Bro, that's why I fuck with you, bro.
Hey, man, chances make champions.
You ain't lying. You guys are going to put that on a shirt, bro.
It's coming. We got a whole bunch of little sayings for sure.
That's right. When I was talking to you last night, you was pressing a bunch of them joints up.
All our podcast community that we got, we definitely gonna shoot y'all some shirts for sure.
Oh, for sure, man. I want to buy some too. I like supporting the cause, bro. I like good money karma. You know what I mean? I'm the Give Me Money Network. I like giving motherfuckers, not even giving. I like spending money on motherfuckers that just, bro, they got the isms, bro.
Hey, you know how we talked about how Mike Williams is on the wire a lot? Keelan Cole was back on the wire a lot, too.
Yeah, and you know what? He was on the waiver wire episode, too, because, bro, I think I might be slaughtering this right here. 5 out of 6 games so far, he either had 100 yards or a touchdown in the games.
Keelan Cole?
Yeah.
Well, he had his last game. He had 143 yards. Right. Before that, he had 3 touchdowns out of 5 games.
See?
Not a lot of yards, but the catches are there.
Exactly.
5 catches, 6 catches, 4.
It's either 100 yards or a touchdown. So out of 5 games, he's had either or.
If you're in that position where you got to play somebody, whether it's a bye, like I feel like you're pretty safe with Cole.
Yeah.
Especially with Shenault banged up.
And he's going to be playing against Keelan Cole plays 70% of his snaps out of the slot. So he's going to draw Desmond King. And ironically, Desmond King gives up a 70% catch percentage out of the slot. So dial up some Keelan Cole. Give me money.
This is James Robinson bounce back too.
I hope so, man. Because
I think this is.
He's falling out of grace the last 2 weeks.
If he scores 11 or less points, you're gonna be able to get him for the shawty Elo.
Oh yeah, for the shawty low, for sure, for surely. You know what too? I had just moved him for Chris Godwin actually to Steamboat in his league.
I ain't mad at that.
I did it just in case because like it's dwindling down. Like he might. You know what it is? He might be hitting a rookie wall.
Shit, the homie want me to give him a scary cherry for Robinson. I'm cool. My only running backs is my only startable running backs that I would start is David Johnson and Jacobs. I kind of want to do it because I'm wide receiver heavy, but I'm like, let me see one more game. Either I'm
you know what? Here's the thing. Like, they both have the same bye week. So it's you could make that happen next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
They both have the same bye week, so that's still on the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if Robinson has a bad game, which he shouldn't. You could run on the Chargers and like, bro. Did you see what DJ Chark? He had some words for his boy, the Ginsu.
What did he say? I didn't see that.
He it wasn't nothing like super bad, but he said, "Yo, he's playing bad." That's what he said. Like, but you don't say that.
Yeah.
You don't say that about your quarterback.
You know what that means?
He's about the
He
ball.
about to eat this week. They gonna force feed that boy.
Yes, hey, Casey Hayward is nothing to sneeze at, though.
Yeah, nah.
Casey
This might not be that
Hayward
week.
Casey Hayward's
But-
a boy.
Hey, you know he's gonna be 2% owned in DraftKings for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, a Monkey Knife Fight or whatever he
Bro,
play.
15 targets last week? This is why I'm upset with DJ Chark. The Chark Knight. Why the fuck would you say that? You have 15 targets. I understand you're banged up. But don't shit on the Ginsu. And you know me, I'm a Ginsu guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't like that, to be honest. It's like, don't. And those are one of those stories in the offseason. Like, they kicked it, they would throw. You know what I mean? They would kick it in the offseason. Don't talk about your mans like that.
I know what you're talking about.
But yeah. So going to fantasy, DJ Chark, love him. James Robinson, love him. The Ginsu, super flex, love him. Single QB, right? But Herbert, love him regardless. Keenan Allen, must start. Mike Williams, throw him in there. The running backs, love them.
Hey, Mike Williams will outscore Keenan Allen this week.
Ooh, I like that. We're going to chop this clip.
He will. Watch.
Love that.
The next one, we got 2 left, and I told you I'm saving the one for you. So the next one I'm going to give you is Chicago and the Rams. 47 on the over-under, and the Rams are favored by 7.5.
I don't know. I don't know why why.
The disrespect.
You know the
Chicago, huh?
First of all, Chicago's defense has been holding them up. They've been propping them up. Let's be honest about this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But look, hey, Foles on Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Bears.
I'm gonna take the Bears too, bro. Bear the fuck down. Shout out to Bears, Brews, and their bros. I'm taking the Bears on this one.
Bears, Brews, and their bros.
I'm taking the bros on this one. At the same time, damn, bro, this fucking, I just don't know what's going on with the Rams run game. Like what the fuck, dude? Like, that's the part of their identity. And like, they just
play the field. It's like the field betting craps. Hey, you can bet this, but only one of 3 is gonna hit.
Right? I like playing the field. You're right. You know,
I would
it's my
take Darrell Henderson if I had to bet on one for sure.
No, you ain't lying.
But fuck.
I will say this. I like David Montgomery in this game. He's been really ugly, but the volume saves him.
Volume's there for sure. His catches are gonna save him. I give him a solid 17 and 20 fantasy points.
Love it.
I'm with you. I'm with you right there. Especially how, you know, even Hasty was kind of carving up the Rams. You know what I mean?
Sure was.
You kind of got to just hit him in the mouth and double team Donald and run up. You know what I mean? Whatever.
Yeah, the Niners put the blueprint out. Just double team Donald every time.
Yeah.
Just do that.
I like Montgomery and Robinson, but I mean, if you got Robinson, you playing him no matter
Of course.
what. You know what I mean? But Montgomery, I like where you're going with this for sure. But like I said, man, Monday night, man, Foles, primetime TV, he about to go. He going to give you at least 20 fantasy points. And I don't even like watching him play because it's boring as hell.
I have this theory about Nick Foles because he's a good Christian. White Jesus loves him, bro.
Bruh. He makes all the right plays for some reason.
And like he plays bad and in order to play good when it counts, like he's actually by definition, he's clutch.
Hey, I'm telling you, he is clutch.
He is.
Hey, you know what you think about this? Because people been trading Cooper Kupp. I think Robert Woods or Cooper Kupp. Who you like for the long haul?
Bobby's
as safe as it gets, bro.
Yeah, and you know what too? I can take you back to 2018 on a Sunday nighter where it was a super ugly game where both these defenses were just fucking shitty in the good way. Like they were just shitty in the good way, where like both those teams couldn't get on offense, couldn't get nothing going, but Robert Woods was being used on the ground too. Like they use Robert Woods, he's their Swiss Army knife. You know what I mean? And Cooper Kupp has some of the best hands in the game, and you know, in a division matchup, like you know, I'm so glad he had bad hands last Sunday night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Being Niner fans that we are, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, rest of the way, I mean, it's Bobby, but also on the flip side, I'm buying low on Cooper Kupp.
I would too, for sure.
Yeah, I was trying to get him off of you.
Yeah. You ain't talking right, man.
I know. I was talking too low. Okay, so hit me with the game. The Sunday Nighters, the one you were saving.
So it's actually not Sunday night, but when I think of game of the week, I think of that Seattle and Arizona. But I also think of Pittsburgh and Tennessee.
Ooh, yes. That's the one you know what's funny? I'm drunk. I was trying to figure out which one you were saving for me. Okay, what you got for me on this one? Let's go Vegas first.
Man, 52.5 is the over-under, and they got Tennessee by 1.
You know why they're doing this, right? Why they put 52 is because these are two teams that are going to try to establish the run. This is the only undefeated versus undefeated game. Bro, I like Tennessee.
The under is there. That's the under for me.
Yeah,
for
sure. That's why they put it that low to make people go for the over.
Yep. This game goes 50 minimum. I mean, at the most.
At the 50. Most, yeah. Ceiling.
50.
This is gonna be
I think this is a Big Ben game.
I'm not mad. I can't argue that.
Like, hold on, youngster. You know what I mean? We got a tough defense. Y'all defense ain't really it. You know, you kind of remind me of my young self, young Tannehill. You know what I mean?
Right.
Give me Big Ben with 3 TDs. You know, he going to get his money on the TDs. He might not throw for a lot of yards, but give me Big Ben.
I like, this is going to sound crazy. I do like the fact that Corey Davis is back because that just adds an extra threat. You know what I mean? Because A.J. Brown and John New and Henry are the focal points for Tennessee. But the loss of Taylor Lewan, we're going to see this now. How is this going to affect that run game or even just the pass protecting even?
Yeah.
Like this is a lot of people are like, nah, you shouldn't worry about that so much. I'm like, I know, I shouldn't, but I'm going to. You know what I mean?
You starting Brady or Tannehill?
Tannehill, bro.
No matter what.
This is a must win. Like, plus, like, you know, Tannehill's I think he's number 2 right now.
He's fucking killing it.
Bro, and you know what, dog? You know what's crazy is, you know, in the SBI, I'm never going to forget this, bro. I was looking at either third QB, which would have been Tannehill, or Jonnu, and I grabbed Jonnu, and then you grabbed Tannehill, and I was like, I remember in the draft, and I was like,
Shit, Kurt was just shout out to the other guy.
Big up to the other guy.
He was just talking shit to, like, man, he sent the picture to the group chat like, none of y'all was on Tannehill. I got him in my top 10. You fucker shitted on him. You feel me? And I'm like, well, how many leagues do you got him in? He's like, none. I'm like, well, why didn't you?
You know what's funny is because it's just because, like, here's what it is with managers, bro. Managers don't forget things. And they remember the Dolphins version. You know what I mean? It sucks. That's what sucks. People remember. I love recency bias. You know what I mean? And like, bro, like last year, he was the joint, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And like this year, nothing has changed. Like the fact that you got Derrick Henry and AJ Brown, like he was killing it without AJ Brown before AJ Brown came back.
Hey, he's fucking solid, bro. And are you scared of John New this game though? Because that ankle, the way he didn't play last game,
he's off the injury report, and he left early.
I know, but fuck.
You know what? Too is like, all right, when it comes to Steelers defense, phenomenal, top 3. Secondary, only Minka Fitzpatrick is someone I respect. And that's someone who will cover a John New if it's not one of them linebackers. Here's the thing, too. They're going to be without, they lost Bush. So, Tennessee, they're going to do what Tennessee things. They're going to run. You know what I mean? They're going to run. And Tennessee's offensive coordinator is a product of LaFleur, which is a product of Shanahan. That zone run is going to hit them where it hurts. You know what I mean? And then because of that, they're going to rip off a play action. Anytime you make the mistake of stacking the... But here's the thing with the Steelers, though. They don't have to stack the box. That's how good they are. But without Devin Bush, I'm curious to see.
I'm with you on that. You know, we used to say in Madden, we used to say, you know, when you got a good run game on Madden, all you got to do is run, play action.
Yep. That's it.
Can't fail. Yeah, that's a game I look forward to a lot. Are you worried about Claypool with Deontay Johnson playing?
Yes.
I'm not.
No, this is why I say this, is because Deontay Johnson, his absence so far. All right, I'm gonna relate it to Robert Tonyan. Everybody's like, Robert Tonyan. Yeah, there was no Devontae Adams. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So, and this is two different teams, two different systems. And I'm talking tight end Robert Tonyan versus Adams versus Deontay Johnson, Claypool. And Deontay Johnson, Claypool, both receivers, wide receivers. So this is why I say this, is because it's all came in the absence of Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson, when he got hurt, Claypool already had that rushing touchdown. Then Claypool goes on to have 3 receiving touchdowns. Those were the Deontay Johnson targets. Mind you, Claypool has earned his weight. He's going to stay on the field. He's going to have like 86% of the snap count. Like on average.
Bogey, I'm about to fuck you up with your own saying why I sparked this blunt out, man.
Okay, yeah, fuck me up.
I'm about to fuck you up with your own saying.
What's
you
that?
know the difference between Deontay Johnson and Claypool is?
What?
In my Bogart Scott-Free, he's an offensive weapon.
He really is.
They're using him in the red zone. They're using him passing it.
Yes.
They're using him on third down.
He really is.
Move over, Deontay Johnson.
Yes,
It's
step
Claypool's
aside.
time.
Step
And
aside.
we ain't even talking about Juju right now.
We're not.
Yeah, Juju might have a good game this game. I give Juju a bounce back with about 15 points. But give me Claypool. They're scheming him up.
You have to start Claypool though. There's without a shadow of a doubt. Claypool's in the lineup. That's for sure. Deontay Johnson coming back too. You know what's sad is I tend to agree with you because Deontay Johnson will be the guy running back the punts and the kickoffs. Like,
and he got knocked out of damn near 2 games, so that boy can't stay healthy.
Yeah, and like before he got hurt, he was enjoying 30% of the target market share. You know what I mean? And like, bro, that's not happening anymore. Not with Claypool like balling. And like, this is an organization that knows. They know how to scout these receivers.
They are wide receiver U over there, and the common thing is always the second receiver, and that's why JD and everybody was on Deontay Johnson, and they had good reasons. So he looks good when he's on the field, but it's because he was that second receiver.
Yeah, but same way everyone loved Juju when AB was there.
He's an offensive weapon.
He's OW. Hey, Claypool's the truth, bro. He's dead. He's Deadpool. That's what I'm calling him now.
Hey, about 6'4", man, 230 or 225 or something.
Fast in a motherfucker.
What they calling him? The something Tron, something with where he's from. He's from somewhere, something to do with England or wherever the fellow's from. They calling him something Tron. I forget what it is, like Megatron.
Decepticon?
Nah, it's something to do with everyone knows it. We just paid it right now.
I know. I'm like, fuck. I can't. I've never heard of it though. I need to know. now. That's a good game to say for last.
Mapletron. They're calling it Mapletron.
Oh, they're calling it Mapletron. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
They're calling it Mapletron.
He's killing it, dog.
From Canada.
Yeah, that's right. He's from Canada, eh?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna say this too on the way out. Claypool has a chance. Him and Justin Jefferson can be as close to that rookie year with OBJ. They're gonna be as close to that. Him and Jefferson. Mark my word.
I'm not mad at it, but you know what though too? Higgins, if he starts scoring touchdowns, he's going to be in that conversation too.
For sure.
Yeah. All right, well, Playmakers, this is one hell of an episode, man. I want to thank my man, Heart2Start Kev, because, you know what I'm saying, he came through in a clutch. You know what I mean? I really appreciate you for that, because I was like, yo, where can I go with this one? And I'm like, I got to get a Kev down. And also, Playmakers, I strongly encourage you guys to subscribe to the Heart2Start Fantasy Football Podcast on YouTube. You can find their podcast on all streaming platforms as well. I'm gonna let him tell y'all that though. You know, I just wanted to say it from myself because this is a podcast I actually tune into myself because
Likewise.
And you know, I want to say this too, man. Like, you know what's crazy is my girl kind of she helps co-manage my Instagram, right? And she's like, dude, you need to fucking. She's like, you be forgetting about, you know, everybody that shares your shit. I'm like, baby, I have 3 kids and you're at work, and like I work remotely, so I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? I'm like.
Man,
like,
we not hip to this shit, man.
Exactly.
You know, we just learning this shit, man.
You ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying. And my girl is that social media motherfucker. She's like, this is how you're supposed to do it. And I'm like, you know, so I always make sure that, like, you know what I mean, that I check for Heart2Start. I always make sure I check for, you know, all the Rum Boys affiliates. I always make sure I check for, the plug. I always make sure I check for Turn Up the Jets, like, because we all got the real ism, bro. Like, this is like, because there's so much cookie cutter bullshit out there, like, that are just like, it's fucking laughable, bro. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't give a fuck if I have 2 followers or 2 subscribers. Like, those 2 motherfuckers are winning. You know what I mean?
And just know that when we giving it to y'all, because we love to do this shit, man. This is a lifestyle for us. You know
For
what I mean?
real.
Fantasy football is an everyday part of our life. Like, you gotta be in it to understand how serious this shit is. You know what I mean?
There's a difference between. It's not a thin line between reality and fantasy.
It is not.
It's not. You know what I
This
mean?
shit is real.
It's real. And the preview show, you know, the preview show that we just did right now, so eloquently, you know what I'm saying? This is where we dance around that line because we have to incorporate all the isms of reality versus fantasy and vice versa, because this is why we are good in fantasy, because we incorporate every angle. You know what I mean? And Playmakers, you already know, you know what I'm saying? You already know where I'm at and where you can find all the isms, but let them know one more again, Kev.
Man, you can find us at the me and Guccini JD. We run the Heart2Start Fantasy page on Instagram. That's Heart2Start FF Podcast on Instagram. We're very active on there as well. You can find our individual pages on there as well. Brody Cortez, the other co-host, he's very, very active on Twitter. Go follow him. And then, you know, Heart2Start Kev __ on Instagram, and, you know, YouTube, man. We love to put the content out on YouTube and let y'all see what we got going on as well. And, you know, we got the Swiver Swerve episode coming out with Bogart and a lot of other people.
Hey, listen, bro, I don't think I can make it, dog, to be honest with you.
Hey, you know what? We were thinking about rescheduling that. I'm glad you said that.
No.
I
was going to say, because I can't make it,
like
but
I said, man, we really all giving y'all, you know, the best content that we can, and it's coming from not only expertise, but it's coming from the heart, man, for real.
I was going to say, I don't think Bogart can make it, but Luigi will make it.
Okay. Well, we there then.
Yeah, but if you need to reschedule, just let me know. But I'm there 100%, bro. I move things. I always leave Saturdays open for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, just Saturdays are my days off, but they're my days off in case I need. You know what I mean? Like, so I get called upon. I'm always available, especially for y'all. And Luigi will make an appearance. I hope we can still do it Saturday, because I'm looking forward to it.
We doing it.
Yes. So Bogart won't be on that show, but Luigi, on the other hand.
In the building, man.
In the building. Playmakers, we love y'all. Subscribe to all the isms. You know what I mean? I'm going to have all the links in the description of this video as usual. And, hey, everybody just stay above 500. Don't panic. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking don't panic.
Don't panic. 1 week at a time, man.
Yes. All right, hold on. I'm going to cut this thing off.